glitch the guarantee. E&E. With your boy shit. Glitch, nigga. Shit, I'm about to flood the streets like when the levees break. Criminal minds, my Garcia can navigate. Flowing while I'm blowing this gas. Nigga, no grace. Niggas not seeing me ever. I mean, no dates. Fuck around and end up gone. You get in this place. E&E the shit that I claim. You dealing with grace. Took over the game by storm like Rain's mixtape. Thankfully, I've been up in smoke like my mixtape. Counting cheddar shit, I'm about to make a grilled cheese. Niggas be faker than bad bitches with good weeds. On my John Wick shit like Keanu Reeves. Replacements won't be enough. You need the whole team. I've been a G since I could finish my ABCs. Kept it a buck so real niggas look up to me. This butcher boy shit get crazy. When it's sick of me, I'm coughing out these dope bars till they sick of me.
Can't get rid of me, still can't find a remedy. Still blowing palmers, if it comes to Hennessy. E&E, we own our shit independently. When I go out on the limb, I take extremities. I can see right through transparency. Heard it now or never, like glitch the guarantee. What's the recipe? King L's Reflection 3. All these chapters in my life, you can turn the page. Books can't tell you my story, gotta live a day. Glitch got my back, yeah, you can copy that. Man, we control the seat, you can copy that. Leave your whole state red like Republicans. Putting fire on the track, now it's bubbling. Put your boys E&E, you in trouble, kid. At first 100 mil, you can double.
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. Automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Blow sick around the jealous in the motherfucker. Can't even take a step, that's how far I trust you. This black boy turned to shining king under pressure. West side fat jacks, I took more to measure. Shade the extras, that's business starter feed. Street blues, what I talk, boy, your blood flowing free. Power on my mind, knows the gang is kind. Read between the lines, it was in my eye. If they ain't got real lines, it ain't hard to spot a counterfeit. Undefeated, ultra real, burn gully mountain shit. Couple hot shots, turn on the frozen margaritas. Even better when it's served with some flawless features. Next year they gotta pay for these flawless features. Flawless victories from the flaws that they teach us. Now my flow imitate how I board the plane non-stop. The little J gon' take over with my time side.
Yeah, I get right to it. My nigga, we begging pardon. We putting niggas back in boxes. Yeah, they need pardon. My flow be retarded. Sick, I need hella help. My groove came back. This must be how Stella felt. We just started kicking it like a yellow belt. We all made it to the pros. This is how LaMelo felt. You better yell out help. Here comes the double team. You catch me in the spot, then you know that the boy is clean. The Louis V look mean with the magazine. So if you try it, you get shot. No vaccine. If you was asleep before I came, then I'm the caffeine. I pulled the jokers out the deck. Yeah, there ain't no laughing. In CEO fashion, we sticking to the business. Wouldn't even let a vegan knock me off my chicken. Something about the BBS when the sun is hitting. Should be flashing like the lights when you getting
Let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go. All the hustlers getting money, let it show. It's automatic, nigga, how we get the dough. If it ain't paper, then we probably gotta go. Put your boy shit, nigga, let's go.
Yeah. What up? You already know it's the man about town, Virgil Berry, aka Stacks with the mother facts. And y'all know we about to get right to it. Cupcake in the building, Lance Parker in the building. What they do, man? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, what's up with y'all, man? How y'all doing this evening? You know what I'm saying? We definitely about to go in, man. I'm about to break down some stuff to y'all tonight, man. You hear me? Concerning these so-called royals, specifically, especially old Queen Lizzie, now that she done kicked that old buckets. Hit that like button, y'all. Smash that like button, subscribe to the page, click on the bell and all of that. Share on your social engineering. Let's go. What's good with y'all, man? How did y'all like last night's teaching, man? You know what I'm saying? We broke down the spiritual roots of money and evil, man. You hear me? Seeing as how you know what I'm saying, the love of money, not money itself, but the love of money is the root of all evil. You hear me? And we broke that damn thing down last night. Shout out to my pops, man, Virgil Berry Sr., man. He said he appreciate all the support, man, all the love y'all be talking, you know, giving him and all that. You know what I'm saying? And next Sunday, we're going to get into it. Next Sunday on Spiritual Roots, we got a surprise for y'all. I ain't going to tell y'all till like Friday. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we going in every Sunday at 8 o'clock on A Real Talk Podcast, Spiritual Roots Sundays with me and my pops. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into it, get straight to it, and break these damn things down the only way me and my pops can. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all meet and greet each other as y'all come up in here. Y'all know how we do over here. We straight family over this joint. You know what I'm talking about? How everybody doing today? It's Monday. It's over with. Tomorrow is Tuesday, second or third day of the week. And we get right into it. You know what I'm saying? How did y'all like last night's show? Mr. O with the info, my Joe from Chicago. What they do, man? Yeah, I'm going to check it out, man. Cupcake already told me about it, man. So I'm going to go check it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to check it out when we get done tonight. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow night's show. L gonna be in the building, but L's definitely gonna be in the building with me. But I ain't gonna lie, I just forgot to put his name in the title. I ain't even like I just forgot. You know what I'm saying? But tomorrow we going in. We going motherfucking hey, listen, we going in tomorrow night. We're gonna break down this whole situation with Busta Rhymes and him talking about some we ain't got no culture and hip hop was created 50-50 by Latinos and Jamaicans. And man, we about to get into it, man. Oh, I appreciate that, Mr. O, man. Every Sunday we going in, right? Every single Sunday we going in over here. A Real Talk Podcast, Spiritual Roots Sunday. You know what I'm saying? With me and my pops, we going in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of people, including Cupcake. I got a couple emails and a couple people was, I got some emails and a couple people was letting me know like that Mr. O just did a fire show earlier. So, you know, I'm going to check that out. You know what I'm saying? Support our brothers. Make sure y'all open up a window right now. Y'all go YouTube and y'all all goddamn subscribe to my brother Mr. O with the info. You hear me? Y'all go subscribe to that man page right now. That's my brother from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We're going to put something together here for y'all in a minute. Something for us to break, sit up here and talk down. Matter of fact, Mr. O, let me cam up for this one too, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they just recently passed in the state of Illinois, and we will be going in on this on Wednesday. Mr. O, if you're not busy, I would love for you to come over and tap in with us on Wednesday because you right there in the turf in Chicago. I mean, the cesspool of political corruption in America. You hear me? And we're going to talk about this goddamn Safety Act, House Bill 3653. I think that's what it was called, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're gonna go in on that. So if you ain't doing nothing on Wednesday, Mr. O, I will be more than happy, more than 8 o'clock. You already know, 8 o'clock my time, 7 o'clock your time. You already know, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m., you know what I'm saying, Eastern Standard Time, we going in. You know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. I'm about to get the name of the show for you right now. It's going to be called The Purge is Upon Us. If y'all go to my videos section right now, y'all going to see it in there coming up for Wednesday. We definitely going in. A Real Talk Podcast exclusive. The Purge is Upon Us. # Safety Act. You know what I'm saying? And this is being implemented by Chicago, or should I say by the state of Illinois. You know what I'm saying? They are the first in the country to pass this legislation. And make no mistake about it, y'all, the purge is upon us. And we definitely going in on Wednesday. So y'all make sure y'all tap in for that. But tomorrow, we definitely going in on this whole situation with Busta Rhymes. You know what I'm saying? Is Busta Rhymes bringing in the ministry of truth? You know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to be discussing tomorrow, man. with all this fuckery going on with these dudes talking about they had a hand in creating hip hop and all that bullshit, man. We about to dissect that shit to the very last compound tomorrow. You hear me? I'm gonna put y'all up on some game and some info concerning this guy and who he connected with that's gonna blow y'all's mind. So definitely make sure y'all tap in with us tomorrow night at 8 p.m. right here on A Real Talk Podcast. We going in Wednesday. We going in as well. My brother Mr. O is gonna tap in. Yeah, we all did, Mr. O. We all did, man. You feel me? I told y'all what's going on up there in Chicago, man. I told y'all Chicago has massive ley lines running through it, or what are known as dragon lines, or what we know as lines of longitude and latitude, right? These are the frequential energetic lines, imaginary lines that circumvent and circle the earth. They call it the morphic field, or what we refer to as the Earth's magnetic field. Consequently, we have a magnetic field called the human magnetic field, or in esoterica, which is known as the auric or morphic field, right? If you want to relate this to computer technology, just refer to it as our input-output carrier signal. Y'all hear me say that a lot. Yeah, man, we been called this shit out, man. I've been calling this shit out since I've been home, I've been telling them, and we gonna go in on Wednesday. You hear me? We're gonna break this thing down. Because listen, y'all, let me cam up for this. We've been desensitized for the purge for at least 30 years in our time, in our generation, us early millennials, right? Y'all remember RoboCop? Y'all remember the movie RoboCop? Oh, we're going to go in on Wednesday, man. Y'all, this ain't going to be a show that y'all going to want to miss. Oh, you already know we going in, Mr. O. So listen, Mr. O, listen. You get as much information you can from the turf. You right there in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? So make sure you get as much info as you can concerning this Safety Act. I want to say it's called House Bill 3653, if I'm not mistaken, 3658, something like that. But y'all could just go Google the Safe-T, SAFE-T Act, the Safety Act, right? Under the guise of no license suspenders going on, they done circumvented the law to where you can commit heinous acts of criminality, and not only will you be released on bond free with no payment, if you decide to not appear in court for the preliminary hearing or after the preliminary hearing, they ain't even gonna be able to issue no warrant for you. The purge is among us. So make sure y'all tap in. Yeah, man, we did though, Lance Parker. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Black folks literally built Chicago. Araminta Ross, or we know her as Harriet Tubman, codename Sarcophagi, who worked for the Rothschild family through her master, right? I can't think of their names right now. The Bowmans, I want to say that's what their names were, right? She was also a founding member of the Eastern Stars. Araminta Ross was an agent of the Rothschilds. According to some of my research, she was really a man, but that could be argued, right? Araminta Ross, aka Harriet Tubman, aka Sarcophagi, right? She wasn't freeing no slaves, y'all. The people that she was leading up north were the welders, the architects, the stonemasons, the engineers, electrical engineers, civil engineers, people who had the skills to build societies. She basically kidnapped them and took them up north so they could build cities like Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, Toledo, Green Bay, Gary, Indiana. Yeah, man. So, yeah, Chicago was definitely built, literally built by foundational Black Americans. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but like I was saying about the ley lines of Chicago, and we're going to get into this on Wednesday, there's so many ley lines, or what are known as dragon lines, running through the city of Chicago, and they intersect all inside of Chicago, that it creates a huge vortex on the morphic field. Now that CERN has been activated, the demons are coming in to different realities, dimensions, alternate realities, portals, strange things, stranger things. They're not showing us this stuff, man, for no reason, y'all, man. They're not showing us this stuff because it's cool and it's entertaining. It's called preemptive programming. Predictive programming. I've been telling y'all about this for I don't know how long. You know what I'm saying? But we about to get into old Queen Lizzie. Everybody hit that like button, man. Click on the bell, subscribe to the page and all of that, man. Because we definitely about to go in. Now, I'm going to give y'all a bit of a disclaimer tonight, right? Do your own research, man. I say that to say that don't believe anything I say. Don't accept what I say at face value because you may know me or you have a liking towards me or you feel like we might be like-minded and, we developed a relationship however we did. Nah, go check what I say out. Make sure that shit match up and stack up to scrutiny. Right? So with that being said, y'all gonna probably hear some stuff y'all ain't never heard tonight, man. I guarantee you, y'all gonna hear some stuff y'all never heard tonight, especially concerning the British royal family, Princess Diana, her untimely assassination, right? Prince William, Prince Harry, and Meghan Markle as well. Oh, we gonna get to it tonight, y'all. It's gonna be an entertaining show tonight. Get your notebooks ready. You know what I'm saying? Get the pen or two on deck. You might want to take some notes because y'all know I'll be dropping info bombs all night. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go do y'all due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Just practice up on your note-taking skills and write down some of the stuff I say and go check it out for yourself. You did. Right. Well, he's my man O. So I don't know. Should I do what Romans do or what Chicagoans do because it's almost... Nah, man, I was on Twitter, Mr. O, man, but that shit was just getting on my nerves. It's just getting on my nerves. And it's just getting on my nerves. But I'm about to get my Twitter back popping. And I'm about to get my TikTok popping. And I'm definitely about to fuck with Bigo. I want to see what that Bigo hitting for. You hear me? But now I'm about to open up a new Twitter account, man, because Twitter just got on my nerves, y'all. I understand it's popular and all of that, but it just got on my nerves. And let me cam up for this real quick because I haven't told y'all about this. I'm a very articulate dude. You hear me? And although I am a very intelligent guy, to fully express myself in less than 180 characters or less, not that I say I can't do it because I most definitely can. But if y'all tap in and walk with me real quick as I expose Twitter for the mind fuckery it is, right? Twitter only gives you 180 characters within which to express your opinion, right? It was owned by Jack Dorsey, who's an agent, right? And now it's in the hands of Elon Musk, if I'm not mistaken. You feel me? If I'm not mistaken, Elon Musk or somebody like that just bought Twitter, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say it was Elon Musk, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? And now it's just, you know what I'm saying? They put these people in front of us like we're supposed to trust these people, but they are all on the same team. Make no mistakes about it, y'all. They're all on the same squad. You feel me? All of them. Oh, you said they let you do more? How much more? Because when I was messing with Twitter, they was only talking about 180 characters, and that's just terrible. That's horrible. YouTube comment section gives you more characters to use than that. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to that with Twitter, y'all. Notice how Twitter is more geared towards gaslighting people. And notice how Twitter is dumbing people down to where you are forced to express your thoughts through limited language. I want y'all to make that correlation and that connection to see how that is contributing to the agenda to dumb us down and get rid of our freedom of speech. Yeah, man. I heard about that, man. PNB Rock, man, out there playing around in Cali like it's sweet, man. Y'all see just what happened to Quando Rondo and his homie, man. It ain't sweet in Cali. Y'all boys better start checking in before y'all pull up out there, man. Y'all famous dudes with all them jewelry and fancy cars. Y'all better start checking in. Yes, Uncle Diggity, limited expression, right? Limited expression, dumbing down, deleting freedom of speech, the ability to speak. And you got to think, when you're on Twitter, you are digitally speaking. So basically, you're writing what you're thinking. So if you can only write in 180 characters or less, right? What is that doing to your thinking? See, social engineering is supposed to be a platform to expand your thinking and expand your knowing and your knowledge. But as in actuality, there's really nothing social about it because you're interacting digitally, not physically. And at the same time, it is dumbing you down, literally. Sinking and linking your brain, your auric field, your human magnetic field, right, with the artificial or unintelligent artificial intelligence. That's why I tell y'all to keep y'all's energy up and question everything. Are those your thoughts you thinking? You hear me? Are those your thoughts you thinking? Uncle Diggity, are those your thoughts you thinking? I keep telling y'all to look into human brain computer interfacing and the voice of God technology, right? Or voice to skull technology, right? Think about that, y'all, man. You hear me? Now let's get to it. First and foremost, everybody, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Who just passed away? See, Lance Parker already know what it is, man. Integral. She's integral for many reasons. And we're going to get into that. Ooh, and I got some information for y'all that's going to blow y'all's mind, man. You hear me? Who just passed away, Mr. O? But yeah, though, man, we're going to get into it, y'all. To over-enter, outer extra stand this whole situation with old Lizzie the Lizard passing away, you have to over-enter, outer extra stand who the Windsors are. Oh, he died? He died from the getting robbed and shit? Damn, man. Rest in the essence, the PNB Rock, man. Hey, y'all, listen. Shout out to my homie Larry Gators, right? A lot more of these guys are going to die. This is not me wishing death on them. This is not me putting an omen on these guys. This is a fact. You hear me? A lot more of these guys are going to die. When you sign contracts, basically you're signing over authority of your life to these record labels. And make no mistake about it, y'all, these record labels are on demon time. Check into who owns these record labels. Look into these people's backgrounds, the CEOs of Atlantic and Empire and Sony. Viacom owns all of this. Look into who these people are. Yes, that's why I tell y'all to keep y'all's energy up, man. And that's why we doing what we doing. And that's why me and my pops do what we do on Sunday, so we can spiritually arm and prepare y'all for this shit that's coming in. Because I kept telling y'all since I've been home that the smart grid is here. And the smart grid is demon time. Right? Make sure your energy is up because the devil's deceitful. Right? So rest in the essence, the PNB Rock, man, he either did something he wasn't supposed to do or he didn't do something he was supposed to do. Rest in the essence to that young brother. 30 is young. You hear me? There's going to be a lot more of these guys coming up missing. Somebody do some research on PNB Rock and see if he had one of them little 5-pointed diamond ring stars on his hand. Right? Rest in the essence to PNB Rock, man. I really wasn't a fan of his music, but I like that one song he had with Meek Mill, man. That was a fire track. You hear me? Definitely chaotic, evil times we are in, indeed, Lance Parker. Oh, you already know, Uncle Diggity, man. We're going to get into it this Sunday coming up. I think we're going to talk about the spiritual roots of women preachers. I think that's what we're going to discuss. But in case my dad wants to discuss something different, that's what we're going to probably discuss. But yeah, though, y'all, man, let's get to it, y'all. We ain't going to waste no more time, man. To over-enter, outer-extra stand, what's the situation with Queen Elizabeth? We have to go back to who the Windsors actually are. They're not British. They are German. Their original name is Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. Right? Get y'all pens and stuff out, man. Take notes. Right? The original name of the Windsors are the Saxe-Coburg-Gothas. Right? Right? I'm going to pull up some other stuff for y'all in a second, right? The founder of the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha clan is Ernest the First, which is Elizabeth's great-great-great-grandfather. You hear me? The House of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha is a European royal house. It takes its name from its oldest domain, the Ernestine Duchy of Saxe-Coburg and Gotha, but its members later sat on the thrones of the United Kingdom, Belgium, Portugal, Bulgaria, Brazil, and Mexico. Right? You see what it say? The Cadet branches is the Windsor family, United Kingdom. The parent house is the House of Weston or Wetton, right? Let me pull up some images for y'all real quick. My man John J come through with the ass snap cash pack. What up, John J, big bro? How you doing, man? Always coming through and blessing the plate and showing your great presence. I appreciate that, brother. Monumental teaching tonight, man. Next level teaching, man. Where my girl Andrea at, right? This is the seal of the House of Saxe-Coburg-Gotha. You hear me? I saw that, Lance Parker. Right? Let me pull this up for y'all real quick, right? Let me pull the other one I got on the screen up real quick, y'all. Yeah, my brother John J always coming through, blessing the situation, man. That's what's up, John J, man. right? Now, y'all can go do some research on this yourself, right? But this right here is the royal seal, the coat of arms of the Saxe Coburg Gotha clan, royal family, or sangria, or royal blood, right? This means their blood can be traced back to LSD. We ain't gonna sit here and joke around about it, y'all. And LSD, in case y'all didn't know, is Lucifer, Satan, the devil. Now, look at this coat of arms, y'all, right? I'm gonna break a little bit of it down for y'all. You know what I'm saying? You see, we have 2 tigers or lions, right? Look at the red, look at the gold. We see the royal crown that that Queen Elizabeth wore on her head, and we see all these different coats of arms within the center. You know what I'm saying? This is just one of them. You know what I mean? This is a royal sign. You know what I'm saying? The coat of arms to signify what clan they are from. And the Windsors are a branch of the Saxe Coburg Gotha clan of Eastern Europe, which is Germans. You hear me? The House of Saxe Coburg Gotha, German, Haus Sachsen. I don't know how to speak German, but that good, y'all. But I'm gonna give my best try. Haus Sachsen Coburg und Gotha, right? A European royal house, right? Founded in 1826 by Ernest Anton, the 6th Duke of that's this guy right there, the 6th Duke of Saxe-Coburg-Saalfeld, right? In 1917, the First World War caused the British King George V to officially change the name from Saxe, Coburg, and Gotha to Windsor in the United Kingdom, right? This is this will of sin, the House of Windsor, right? This is the House of Windsor. This is their royal seal. Y'all see that? Right? This is all public information, y'all. I'm not like getting to the meat and potatoes yet, but this is all public information. Right? And now we got Charles III. Huh? They're so structured and they do everything in hierarchical rule. They are reptiles. I told y'all all that we have an R complex in our brain, which is the oldest part of our brain. Fight or flight, hierarchical rule, self-preservation, all comes from the reptilian complex, or what is known as the R complex. This is proof of reptilian DNA within the human family, all due as a result of Eve's contact with the serpent. Like my pops say, y'all, it always goes back to the garden, man. You hear me? Everything always goes back to the garden, right? Don't ever forget that. You hear me? Right? So we got that out the way, right? The Saxe Coburg Gotha. I'm just laying foundation for y'all right now. You hear me? Walk with me. You feel me? Right? Right? A whole other situation and demonstration. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all hear me talk about this a lot, right? Y'all talk about this a lot right here. I'll bring it up. Hold on real quick, y'all. All right. Let me pull this. All the time, the Khazarians, right? The Khazarian demons is what you hear me call them, right? Y'all hear me talk about them all the time, right? You said I'm breaking up. Am I breaking up now? Y'all know how YouTube do it, man. Hold on real quick. Is it still breaking up? Y'all know how YouTube be doing when you doing this powerful teaching, man, and connecting the dots, man. They be trying to stop the demonstration, man. You feel me? Now, am I still breaking up? If I'm still breaking up, somebody got to let me know. Y'all let me know if I'm still breaking up. I'm still breaking up. I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I do not know what to tell y'all. You feel me? Is it so bad to where y'all can't hear me? Y'all know how YouTube be doing, man. Y'all know how they doing. Y'all let me know if it's so. Let me know if it's so bad that y'all can't. Oh, okay. That's what's up. Y'all know how YouTube be doing, y'all. Y'all know how YouTube be doing. But anyway, let's get to it, right? YouTube can't stop this teaching, man. You feel me? Y'all hear me talk about the Khazarians. They from a land in the Middle Eastern area of the world, right, where a lot of calamity and destruction and death is going on for the past couple thousand years, called Khazaria, right? And oh, you already know, Uncle Diggity, man, we're gonna give Elizabeth this work. I'm definitely about to give y'all this work on Elizabeth. You hear me? Let me put my joint out real quick, y'all. Right? In order to over enter out of extra stand, we have to lay foundation, y'all. So walk with me. You hear me? Now, all these royal families, right, of Eastern and Central Europe and even Asia, as we see, what we know as the Middle East, they all stem from Khazaria, right? The Khazarian Empire, right? The king was called the Kagan, which is an ancient Hebrew word, or should I say an ancient Khazarian word for king, right? Notice how many people, especially in politics in America, that have the last name Kagan, right? Kagan, Kagan, right? So now we got the Khazarians and all these royal families that y'all heard me talk about when I was telling you about the Saxe, Coburg, Gothas. They all stem from the bloodlines of the Khazarian Empire. Now, the Khazarians are the descendants of who? The Sanhedrin Council that was discussed in the Bible, right? The Khazarians are those who claim to be Jews, but are really of the synagogue of Satan. Every Hebrew is a Jew, but not every Jew is a Hebrew. And these people are not Hebrews, right? They're Khazarian demons, right? Now, the British royal family, which is really a German royal family, stem from the Khazarians, right? And when we think about Khazaria, we got to think about a very popular guy from this area. This area of the world is also what was known as Transylvania, right? And what is Transylvania famous for? Vampires, right? Now, when we think about these reptilian entities They are literally vampires. They're energy vampires. They suck you of your energy. Right? You hear me? And when we're talking about the Khazarians, this region of the world, we're familiar with it already because over time we have been programmed, desensitized to it being known as Transylvania. And what do we know about Transylvania? That's where vampires come from. See, Lance Parker, that's why I fuck with you, Lance Parker. Lance Parker do his due diligence because you know where I'm going with this, right? So when we're talking about the Windsors or the Saxe-Coburg-Gothas, who are of Khazarian descent, they are directly connected to and are blood relatives of Vlad Dracul, right? Who was a Khazarian empire or a Khazarian ruler, right? How many of y'all know who Vlad Dracul is? They called him Vlad the Impaler, right? Vlad III, commonly known as Vlad the Impaler or Vlad Dracula, was the voivode of Wallachia 3 times between 1448 and his death in 1476 or 77. He is often considered one of the most important rulers in Wallachian or Khazarian history and a national hero of Romania, right? Vlad the Impaler, right? Hold on real quick, y'all. Now notice the symbol on his head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's an 8-pointed star on his head with a ruby in the center. That shit means something, right? But this is Vlad Dracul. Yes, Dracula. Yes, the infamous Dracula stories are based on this guy right here, Vlad Dracul or Vlad Dracula or Vlad the Impaler. They call him Vlad the Impaler because when he came through on behalf of his Khazarian, Rothschild, Demon Time bloodline descent, right? Whenever he sent his legions through and raised these cities and towns that they took over, adding on to the Wallachian or the Khazarian Empire, right? They would murder all the children. They would take all the dead bodies of the children, especially the children, and they would impale them with long spikes, right? Or pikes, right? And they would stick them into the rectum and through the mouth, right? Literally everybody. I'm talking about everybody who was slaughtered. It would be thousands. You hear me? Thousands of dead bodies impaled. And that was strictly done to induce massive fear into whoever would try to think of coming against the Wallachian or the Khazarian Empire, right? It is said that Vlad Dracul was a member of the Order of the Dragon or the Order of the Snake, which is a very old, ancient secret fraternal organization dealing in metaphysics, scrying, spirit cooking, Yeah, that was all part of the trickery of history, Lance Parker, because the Muslims, Huns, and Mongols, they are all Khazarians. They all descend from Khazarians. The Hun, Attila the Hun, right? Genghis Khan, they are all Khazarians, y'all. Even the House of Saud, those pseudo-Jews, those pseudo-Arabs, they're really Khazarians, fake Jews. That's what they are. This stuff goes deep. So Vlad the Impaler was said to sit in the middle of the battlefield as his soldiers were loading these dead carcasses of people that they murdered onto these spikes. He would sit there in the middle of the battlefield, and he would have one of his soldiers go collect a bowl of blood, and he would sit there and dip bread in blood and eat it as his soldiers put these dead bodies on pikes. Right? A brief depiction of this was shown in the movie Bram Stoker's Dracula. Right? Now, Vlad the Impaler is a Khazarian demon. Right? And I just got to lay foundation because the House of Windsor, or Saxe-Coburg-Gotha, they are direct bloodline descendants of the Dracul bloodline. Charles has came out and even said this publicly. Let me find that article for y'all real quick. Yeah, Charles has come out and said this publicly. So, you know, don't take my word for it. You feel me? I'm about to find an article for you. All right. Y'all see this? I'm about to pull it up right now. Like, Charles has come out in public and say this, man. All right. The royal family has links to several countries across Europe, including Romania. And it turns out that King Charles is the descendant of the real-life Dracula, formerly known as Prince Charles, Prince of Wales. Charles III actually owns several properties in Transylvania and is the heir to Vlad the Impaler's Impaler's bloodline. Right? See what I'm saying? Right? Charles has come out in public and admitted this. So they're not, how could they be British if they are descendants of Germans or moreover Khazarians? Hitler was a Khazarian too, right? Oh, they are all related. They're all related. They are all of the same bloodline. You hear me? And this is why it's important for me to lay this foundation for y'all, right? Charles has come out in public and admitted this, y'all. Like, come out in public, right? Now, you hear me? Getting back to old Queenie here, right? Let me erase some of this stuff for y'all. Now, let's get back to old Queen Elizabeth here, right? Now, laying some more foundation for y'all, right? Queen Elizabeth was Queen Elizabeth II. So, of course, there's a Queen Elizabeth I, which is Queen Elizabeth II's great, 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 great grandmother, right? There was a picture of Queen Elizabeth I, right, in Buckingham Palace. You feel me? And when this picture was first seen in the I think I already got this. Yeah, I do. When this picture was first seen, right, it was thought that yeah, exactly. Exactly. You hear me? This stuff goes deep, y'all, man. You hear me, man? And, so we're gonna talk about old Queen Elizabeth I, Queen Elizabeth II's predecessor, or her namesake, right? Take a look at this picture right here, y'all, and walk with me as I break this story down. Queen Elizabeth I was the last female monarch before Queen Elizabeth II. I think the one before her was Queen Victoria, right? But Queen Elizabeth I was also a member of the Order of the Snake, right? And is a picture in Buckingham Palace of her that over the years was thought to her of her holding a bouquet of flowers. If you look at the picture on the left, right? But over the years, this picture began to fade and the paint began to chip away, and it revealed what Elizabeth was really holding in this painting was a snake. And I know a lot of y'all probably out there watching in the clouds is like, what is he talking about? No, this is connecting the Windsor or Saxe-Coburg-Gaithy bloodline to their reptilian roots through artistry and imagery. You just got to connect the dots and have the mind to connect them together, right? You hear me? And that's Queen Elizabeth I. Now look at this picture of Queen Elizabeth I, right? I keep pulling up the same thing. I'm trying to find the Wikipedia because I got the better pictures. Right? Right? Now, if y'all pay attention to this picture, see that one right there? I'm about to pull it up. I'm about to pull it up for y'all right now. Right? Now, just walk with me for a second, y'all. Now, look at Queen Elizabeth I. Right? First. God damn, man. I hate when these damn things be doing that shit, man. Yeah, close that shit. Now look at Queen Elizabeth I, y'all. This is a real life picture of her. This is a depiction of what this lady looked like. So just use your imagination if you would. And look at this depiction of Queen Elizabeth I. Her skin is very sallow and pale, although they did used to wear that dumbass makeup and stuff. But look at her hand. Look at her hand. This was thought to have been flowers, but the paint began to fade away. And this is really what she was holding right here. Right? So that's just to lay some foundation for y'all on the reptilian roots of the so-called Windsor family or the Saxe-Coburg-Gothas. Right? Right? Told you, man, this stuff go deep, man. You hear me? Goes in. You feel me? Now, right? I tried to find some video on it, but I couldn't, right? But if y'all remember back in let me see if I can find something on this real quick for y'all though, man. Let me see if I can find something. Let's see if they still got something on it. Let me see if I can find something on it. Was it 2016? Y'all think this is it right here? Okay, I'm trying to find something real quick. Oh, they done scrubbed that shit from off the internet, y'all. You hear me? They done scrubbed that shit, man. Right? They done scrubbed that shit off the internet, man. Hold on, let me see if this is it. Something connected to it right here. Oh no. Okay, well, I can't find it. Yeah, they done scrubbed that stuff off the internet, y'all. But in 2016, it was one of the queens. Let me see, it was 6 years ago. So this was her 90th birthday jubilee celebration that the queen has been having every year since she took the throne back in 1952. Right? And every year for her birthday celebration is the Jubilee celebration that they hold in Trafalgar Square in downtown London, in the city of London. Now, I want y'all to know that there's a difference between London, the city, and the city of London. It's a city-state. You have Washington, D.C., which is the military branch of the global system. You have Rome or Vatican City, which is the religionist branch of the global world structure. And then you have the city of London, which is the financial branch of the global power structure. You hear me? And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Old Queenie here, man. You feel me? She was 90 years old at this point in 2016. This was when I was still in the halfway house, y'all. I remember this very, very emphatically because I posted on Facebook and stuff. I'm pretty sure it can, Lance Parker. I don't really mess with the dark web all like that, though, but I know what I'm talking about. If y'all want to go do y'all due diligence to check out what I'm saying, got any validity, go check it out. But you don't have to believe anything I'm about to say. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling y'all what I reported on back in 2016 or what I researched and came across. Now, back in 2016, it was Queen Elizabeth's 90th Jubilee celebration. And she was turning 90 years old at this point. And she had a big, huge event like she does every year in Trafalgar Square. And I guess Queen Elizabeth was so elated, so overcome with emotion that she lost control of her genetic code. And she shape-shifted, for the lack of a better term, into her true form, right? And everybody in Trafalgar Square saw it. It was literally thousands of tweets instantaneously. If I remember correctly, when I did my when I looked into this and when I came out with the reports, it was said that it was over 3,700 tweets made instantly. Since then, all of those tweets have been completely scrubbed, or should I say, within 24 hours, all of those tweets were scrubbed from Twitter. Jack Dorsey was a strong proponent of the House of Windsor, right? Consequently, after that, the next day, the very next day, on the British royal site, they released a statement on behalf of the Queen. Matter of fact, it was Queen's own statement. And she literally said, I know a lot of you are shocked at my appearance that y'all witnessed yesterday during my 90th Jubilee celebration. I know it's shocking for you all, but I'm still your royal queen and leader, and you are still my subjects. You will learn to accept and love my family as we have accepted and loved y'all over this. I'm telling y'all, this is what it said. This was also scrubbed from the royal website within 24 hours of them releasing that statement. And if y'all remember what happened in 2016, to take all attention away from this. Well, it's another topic for another day. You hear me? Now, y'all don't have to believe anything I'm saying. This is what happened at the time. And there were literally thousands of people tweeting, oh my gosh, did I just see the Queen turn into a huge lizard? Bullshit, y'all not, man. It's completely scrubbed from the internet, right? Not to mention, we got a couple of cases. Shout out to Lance Parker, man. You hear me? Exactly. Shout out to Lance Parker for shooting me these videos, because we going this is just now, this ain't no video showing anything. It's not showing her turn into a lizard or nothing like that, right? But it is showing you video evidence that she has a very menacing presence, especially amongst children. Now, y'all can sit up here and scrub YouTube and the internet, and y'all gonna find this hella videos of Queen Elizabeth II coming in contact with children and them being utterly terrified from her to the point where they're physically trying to get away from her. Right? This is why I said no rest in the essence to Queen Lizzie. Not that I'm glad she's dead. I'm not happy that she's dead. I'm not celebrating that she's dead. Right? But, you know, the world is not missing anybody in this lady being gone. She's a very evil lady, and I don't have no gripes with saying that. You hear me? Because it's true. You feel me? Now, we're about to watch this video that my brother Lance Parker sent me. Fair use, right? Look at how the kids act when they get around old Queen Lizzie. Little homie is terrified. Look at them. Don't they look like lizards? Look at that little nigga, man. That little nigga about to book. Kids be knowing, man. Remember I told y'all kids' bodies are still moist. They can pick up on these frequencies. They know something ain't right. They know something ain't right. The stuff I done heard about this lady, man, y'all wouldn't even believe this stuff, man. Little boy homie terrified, man. Crying. You know what I'm saying? Spooked the old Lizzie, man. Little nigga was shook. Oh, man, he was shook, man. Now, let's go to this one, right? This one right here is off the chain, man. Yeah, them little kids can feel that energy, man. They can feel them frequencies and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That hacked into frequency, that is the projection of their so-called human image or self or residual self-image or holographic projection. I'm gonna break this stuff down to y'all one of these days. Y'all gotta understand what shape-shifting is, right? Y'all thinking physically, like you're gonna see somebody physically turn into a reptile. No, it's not a physical thing. It's electronic, it's holographic in its nature. Frequency. Y'all have to over, enter, outer, extra. Stand this. All right. Now let's look at this one.
The expectation is to act very dignified and proper around the Queen. But of course, sometimes nerves get the better of you. Check out 9-year-old Nathan, who was meeting Queen Elizabeth yesterday. You see, he's going to look at his face. He looks petrified.
Look at his face.
Kid right in the middle there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's with his parents, David and Carrie, who are former Fame Academy judges. So here Here comes the Queen. Let's just watch
Look
this
at
happen.
him. He even trying to make eye contact with us.
Today. We're hosting today. This is our adopted son.
Look how he said, fuck that, I'm getting them through. He got missing. You hear me? Everybody laughing now. That little nigga got missing.
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Look at his face. You can tell he's like,
Yeah.
oh, what? How do I do this?
He's trying to avoid looking
how do I
at
act?
it.
What do I say?
This is so good, right? And so what happened? So he forgot, like, he sort of starts to bow.
No, I think you just want. I
think he starts to bow, and then he, okay, I'm out.
That nigga said, I'm out of here, man. You hear me? Didn't she though, Uncle Diggity? Little homie said, fuck that, I'm getting up through.
Too nervous. Like, nope, I'm getting it. Not just an adult.
I think he starts to bow.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Look at his face. You can tell he's like,
Yeah.
oh, what? How do I do this? I'm just petrified. How do I act? What do I say?
This is so good, right? And so what happened? So he forgot, like, he sort of starts to bow.
No, I think you just want.
Today. This is our adopted son. For us today. We're hosting today. This is our adopted son.
That nigga got up through. That nigga got up through, man. He got missing. That nigga said, bye. I'm out of here.
That's the greatest thing I've ever seen.
That little nigga said, I'm out of here. That nigga said, bye. Did y'all see the way that he was avoiding eye contact with her? Now, according to my research and contacts, y'all, when they be having these little rituals and stuff, man, Queen Elizabeth in her true form, she's really like 7 or 8 feet tall. You know? And I know that's hard to imagine, this little short, bent over lady, but it's a holographic switch, y'all. It's an energetic frequential shift. Y'all have to over, enter, outer, understand what I mean when I say that, right? Think about the movie They Live, y'all. Y'all ever seen that movie called They Live with Roddy Piper and Keith David in it? When they put the glasses on, they could see how people really looked and they could see the subliminal messages. Think about it like that. Think about it if you could hack through the Windsor. Think about if you could hack into the Windsor family auric frequency and you will be able to see their true forms, which are reptilians. The history proves this. They're related by blood to Vlad Dracul, who was known as Vlad the Impaler, right? I know some of y'all might think like, Virgil, you reaching, but now if you connect the dots and do your due diligence, you'll see that the so-called Windsor royal family, or the Saxe-Coburg-Gothas, when you trace their bloodline, when you trace their blood, when you trace their bloodline descendants, they trace back to Khazarian demons, who are the descendants of the Sanhedrin Council, spoken of in the word of the Most High. Oh, y'all remember when Yeshua went through them temples, flipping over the money tables and shit? Yeah, the Khazarians. That's the yeah. You hear me? The Sanhedrin Council were Khazarians. And they doing the same shit today. Right? Through bloodlines that we think are British or European or white, but they're really Khazarian demons. And this is why I call them Khazarian demons. Because that's what they are. Make no mistake about it, right? Now, right? So I done laid foundation. Yeah, man, you heard he said that was their adopted son. You know what I'm saying? So now that we done sat there and laid foundation for the Windsor family and Queen Elizabeth, right? Queen Elizabeth has been the longest reigning British monarch in British royal history. She took the throne in 1952 after her father passed away, King George V, right? And she took the throne. And she's been the longest reigning monarch in British history. 1952 to 2022, that is 70 years of rule. And within that 70 years, man, they have literally laid their stamp in this reality, right? The royal family, the Windsor family, is the owners of Royal Dutch Shell. They own massive land all over the planet, and a lot more other things too. You hear me? Yeah, and they still own, enroll, and control things in Canada, America, Australia, all over Africa, and in the Southeast Pacific as well. So make no mistake about it. The royal family ain't just some front family to show. No, they are running and controlling shit over there. And Queen Elizabeth was a straight hardcore tyrant. You hear me? Make no mistake about it. Now, we're going to get into this. You feel me? Now we're about to get into this. Right? Prince Charles is now the king, or King Charles III, right? And Charles got a lot of dirt on his name, man. He's been a very naughty boy. You hear me? He's been a very naughty boy over the years, right? Oh, this is a way better picture. I'm going to get this one. Right. Right. Okay, so Prince Charles was a naughty boy. You hear me? And he's managed to stay underneath and behind the scenes for a long time, right? A few years ago, back in 2011, a big, huge case cracked open in the United Kingdom with the exposure of this guy right here, looking all scary and shit. His name was Jimmy Savile, right? Jimmy Savile was the DJ on a popular TV show in the United Kingdom back in the day that, you know what I mean, was much like how, like, who could I compare him to over here in America? I would say he was like Mr. Rogers, but like way more evil. You hear me? Look at this. I mean, look at this guy. You hear me? Look at this fucking guy. Let me pull a picture of him up for y'all real quick. Right? How many of y'all heard of Jimmy Savile? Right? This guy right here next to Charles, old crazy looking dude, look familiar to y'all? Right? Jimmy Savile in 2011 died. And after he died, a lot of his secrets came out because he was involved with a lot of things concerning, you know, doing things with children. And the big case cracked open, and a lot of people in the British government was exposed from being synced and linked to Jimmy Savile and his global trafficking ring of children in illicit, explicit, illegal, satanic ritualistic abuse trafficking. This was Charles's homeboy. They were friends, confidants. If you look online, you will see numerous pictures of these guys hanging out with each other, doing all type of buddy stuff with each other. This guy, Jimmy Savile, was the DJ on a popular kids TV show. His catchphrase was, "Here's Jimmy." Creepy looking ass dude. And he was best friends with Prince Charles, right? Look at this guy, right? Y'all see that emblem he got on his chain? That's a Grateful Dead emblem. Him and Charles was buddies, man. Buddies, right? Him and Charles was good buddies, right? Everywhere Charles is at, Jimmy Savile was at, right? Now, y'all do your research into Jimmy Savile. Let me pull up this picture of Jimmy Savile real quick. Well, I mean, this dude, look at this dude, Jimmy Savile, man. Don't this nigga look like a demon? You hear me? They got a Netflix documentary on old Jimmy Savile, right? And yeah, it came out after he died that he was involved with all this stuff involving trafficking and molestation and of children. Look how far these dudes go back, Charles and Jimmy. You think Charles was been messing with a guy like this for all this time and he didn't know what this guy was doing? Get the fuck out of here, right? Now look at this picture right here of Jimmy Savile, y'all. See, look, him and Charles, buddy. You hear me? Hold on, let me get this picture up real quick for y'all. King L's in the building. What's good? See? Look at Prince Charles, Jimmy Savile, and I can't remember this, Ian Thornburg. Ian Thornburg was the Deputy Lord Lieutenant of the British royal family and estate, and he was involved with this as well, right? Margaret Thatcher was involved with this. Prince Charles was involved with this. Jimmy Savile, this guy, and plenty more British government, House of Lords and House of Commons members was involved with this thing with Jimmy Savile and everything he had going on. Right? Now look at this picture right here. Y'all see this picture right here? I'm going to bring it up wider on my screen. So y'all see that emblem on this chain? Y'all do some research into who Jimmy Savile was, man. Right? Why am I bringing up Jimmy Savile? Right? Epstein definitely knew something, man. Right? Right? Now, I'm bringing up this Jimmy Savile guy just to show you how corrupt the British royal family is. And Charles is now king of England. And we could only imagine, right, the things that old Charles is involved with. Right? Tap in and walk with us. Y'all hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page. Click on the bell and all of that. Share on your social engineering. Tap in, walk with us, man. Going in on these so-called breaking down the British crown. You hear me? Now, in order for us to get even wider scope of things when we concerned in the British royal family, we absolutely have to bring up Diana. We absolutely have to bring up Diana, right? Rest in the essence to Princess Diana. You hear me? Rest in the essence to her. You know what I'm saying? She was, gave her life You know what I'm saying? She was a humanitarian. She was a beautiful person, but very, very troubled, right? Right. Right. Now, in order to get an idea of Diana, right, we gotta know who Diana is, right? Diana, her last name was Spencer, right? Now, the Spencer clan, right? We gotta go back, man. We have to go back, y'all, right? Told you we gotta lay foundation. We gotta lay foundation, y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna bring it up on the thing for y'all real quick. Yes, they all were related. The so-called Prophet Muhammad was a Khazarian demon. You hear me? So was his horrible wife, Khadijah. Y'all better do y'all's knowledge and y'all's research, man. You hear me? I challenge any so-called Muslim who think they know something about the history of Islam, which is a demon time Khazarian descent religion, a moon-based religion at that. This guy right here, y'all, you hear me? This is Diana's great, 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 great grandfather, right? You hear me? This guy right here. Let me go back to it real quick. This is the Earl Spencer, right? Stephen Catterson, Frederick Spencer, 4th Earl Spencer, right? 1845 was a British naval commander, courtier, and Whig politician. He initially served in the Royal Navy and fought in the Napoleonic Wars and the Greek War of Independence, eventually rising to the rank of Vice Admiral. He succeeded his elder brother as Earl Spencer in 1845 and held political office as Lord Chamberlain of the household between 1846 and 1848, and as Lord Steward of the household between 1854 and 1857. In 1849, he was made a Knight of the Garter, right? And this is why Diana was chosen to be Charles's wife, because they wanted to connect and interbreed the Spencer DNA with the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha DNA, establishing yet another British royal bloodline, right? Is y'all following me now? Y'all following me now? Let me know if I need to slow down or something, man. I'm laying foundation for y'all real quick, right? So that was Diana's great-great-great-grandfather, right? And this is why she was chosen for Charles, because they wanted to connect the DNA, interbreed the DNA of the Spencer clan with that of the Windsor or Saxe-Coburg-Gotha clan to take that bloodline into the next centuries, right? Now, mind y'all, the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha DNA is very potent, as in it's connecting and descendants from LSD, so to speak, right? So in order to keep the DNA in its human form, they have to interbreed energetically, with other bloodlines so that their DNA doesn't become mutated, right, to its original shape and form, so that our eyes will be able to decode the energetic resonance of the frequency that they are emitting. Y'all tap in and walk with me, man. You hear me? I know I'm talking a little fast, but I know y'all listening. Some of y'all over and out of understand what I'm saying. Why am I talking about all this? We have to lay the foundation, right? Now, the Spencer clan. Diana is a Spencer. She has the Spencer DNA, which is why she was chosen to interbreed with Charles to create a new bloodline and future heirs to the throne that had the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha DNA coupled with the Spencer DNA, so that the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha DNA can stay intact and keep its human form. That 98% of our DNA that they say is junk DNA, right? Now, exactly. We're about to get to Megan in a second, Lance Parker. Just hold on for a second, bro. Hold on. Walk with me. We're about to get to Megan, right? Right. Now, Diana, if y'all all remember, Diana was you know what I'm saying? Fortunately, Diana was taken out, right, in a tragic car accident back in 1997, if y'all remember, allegedly. Right? Right. Now, if y'all remember back in the day, Princess Diana died in a car crash in France under the Pont de l'Arme Bridge in Gay Paris. Paris since on the 13th parallel. Right? Y'all better do your research on this stuff. Anyway, Diana died under the Pont de l'Arme Bridge in Paris. She ran into the 13th column of the bridge. Now, Diana was definitely having affairs outside of Charles, especially when she found out her purpose in the royal family and when she found out why she was even put together with them. And we're about to watch this video real quick. Shouts out to the homie David Icke, man. You know what I'm saying? He broke this thing down.
The Windsor genes with the Spencer genes to produce America. Spencer's a distant cousin. After a while that she had been pulled in for a specific purpose. She used to call herself the Windsor brood mare. The Spencer family is an ancient bloodline which is interbred with many of the aristocratic families of Britain, of Europe, and of America. Spencer's are distant cousins, for instance, of the Rockefellers. And she realized that they'd drawn her into the Windsor web because they wanted her genes. They wanted to fuse the Windsor genes with the Spencer genes to produce another version of a genetic hybrid with a particular genetic structure. And from the very start, it's clear when you look at the story and the information that she was pulled in and identified for this from a very, very early age. She was actually brought up on the Sandringham estate and knew the Queen and Prince Charles and stuff from a very early age. The Windsors are, this is the Queen here, an ancient reptile.
He was Uncle Diggity. I'm about to get to that.
I was kind of surprised, although my research was going that way, to be told that by a confidant of Diana that her nickname for the Windsors was the lizards or the reptiles. And she used to say, in all seriousness, they're not human.
Did y'all hear that?
And
I'm about to play that back.
More about this background by the time she Diana, that her nickname for the Windsors here, an ancient reptile human bloodline. And I was kind of surprised, although my research was going that way, to be told that by a confidant of Diana that her nickname for the Windsors was the lizards or the reptiles. And she used to say, in all seriousness, they're not human. And she knew far more about this background by the time she died than people in the public domain would ever realize. And she'd certainly realized what the Windsors were about and where they came from. Now, this is a guy who has been going around saying that Diana and his son Dodi were assassinated. I've got time to go into why someone might feel it acceptable for their son to die in a road crash. But if you read The Biggest Secret, you can see some of the background to this. If we start judging whether something is possible by what we would do, we're going to lose the plot, because not everyone thinks like everyone else. And when you look at the background to Diana's assassination, the person that had complete control of her security and her movements in the crucial period of days leading up to it, but particularly on that specific day, was Mohammed Al-Fayed. And when you look at his background...
now, Uncle Diggity just brought that up, and we're going to get back to that, all right? Princess Diana had numerous affairs while she was with Charles. And, of course, Charles was having numerous affairs as well. Now, it was a reason why they didn't off Diana sooner, because they wanted her to produce children for the royal throne. Like he said, or like Diana was noted to say, she was the broodmare for the Windsors, or the Saxe-Coburg-Gotthas. She has been groomed to be the princess to Charles since she was a kid, due to her DNA being connected to the Spencer clan, right? So Diana found all this stuff out, and she knew they weren't human. If y'all pay attention to Diana over the years, you can tell whenever she was with Charles, she was very standoffish. She couldn't stand Charles. She didn't even like looking in his eyes. But I got hella respect for Diana because she was very brave. Y'all pay attention to Diana. She was a humanitarian, and everything about her was exposing these people. If you connect the dots and pay attention to how she moved. But Diana, she wasn't necessarily a whore with the intentions of just being a whore, but she was doing what she was doing to bring a ridicule and shame to the House of Windsor. And she didn't mind her own character being assassinated, being crushed in the process. She had an affair with numerous guys, but one of the guys she had an affair with, right? One of the guys she had an affair with was a guy by the name of James Hewitt, right? How many of y'all ever heard of James Hewitt? Captain James Hewitt of the Royal Marines, right? James Hewitt was a highly decorated British soldier. James Lifford Hewitt is a British former cavalry officer in the British Army. He came to public attention in the mid-90s after he disclosed an affair with Diana, Princess of Wales, while she was still married to the current King Charles III. He is still alive, right? James Hewitt. Now, I'm about to pull this picture up on the screen for y'all, right? James Hewitt is the alleged real father of Prince Harry, not Prince Charles, right? Right? James Hewitt had an affair with Diana around the time that Harry was conceived. Now, if y'all go up here and look up Captain James Hewitt, and Prince Harry, y'all gonna see numerous pictures of them on the internet. I'm about to pull some more up for y'all. Right? And even Stevie Wonder can see that Charles is clearly not this guy's father. Now, William looked dead on Charles. He looked like Charles, and he looked like the Queen. But Harry looked like Diana and this guy. You hear me? Let me show y'all this one. You hear me? Harry looks like James Hewitt and Diana mixed together, right? So this is clearly, this is clearly Harry's father. I mean, clearly. You know? Like, it don't take a rocket scientist to see that this is clearly Harry Windsor's father. You hear me? Clearly. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got his smile, he got his nose, he got his eyes, facial structure, and everything. He even got his red hair, freckly face. He looked like that nigga, man. Right? Show y'all another one. Nigga said out the Maury redhead. Now, if this don't tell it right there, I don't know what does. Right? If this picture right here don't prove to y'all, right? All right, then, Cupcake, man, work smart, not hard. You know what I'm talking about? Work smart, not hard. You feel me? Now, it don't take a rocket scientist to see y'all, right? Clearly. Look at this picture, man. Look at Charles. That boy don't look shit like Charles. Now, William looked just like this nigga. You hear me? But clearly, look at that side angle. This is James Hewitt when he was Harry's age. This is Harry, and this is Harry and James at the same age. Who does this nigga look like? And I can sit up here and deny this shit. You feel me? And you know, I don't have no proof. But I mean, I don't think I really need it. I think this is all the proof a critical thinking motherfucker would ever need to know that King Charles III is clearly not this nigga's dad. Right? I'm not necessarily going to say that James Hewitt is his father, although I strongly believe he is. One thing for sure, two things for certain. We know that Charles is not Harry's father. Yeah, man, Uncle Diggity. Princess Diana was a gangster, you hear me? Her whole life was dedicated to exposing and embarrassing the House of Windsor. Right? So this is one of the guys that she cheated with. The very fact that Captain James Hewitt is still alive to this day at the tender old age of 64 lets us know that he was more than likely probably talked to behind the scenes, and he's very much allowed to say everything he's been allowed to say. You know, he started saying all this stuff after Diana died, so it kind of really don't matter now. But, you know, it don't take a rocket scientist to see who this boy daddy really is, right? Now, keep in mind what I'm saying about Harry right now, y'all, because I'm about to connect some dots for y'all. Just pay attention. Y'all have to concentrate, man. Listen. It's the reason why I'm mentioning Captain James Hewitt and Harry being his father, or James being Harry's father, and Charles not being his. I mean, clear. Come on, y'all. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think that. Who do Harry look more like? Do he look like James Hewitt? Put a 1 for James Hewitt. Put a 10. Put a 2 for Prince Charles or King Charles. Who do Harry really look like? And be honest, y'all. Based off of this picture alone, if you had to say, I'm gonna put all my life's money on who this nigga daddy is, who you gonna say his daddy is, Charles or James? Shout out to the homie Sniffle Pete. Don't let my opinion have dominion over your decision either. Be honest. After looking at the pictures that I've showed y'all, or do your own due diligence and go to Google and he said Charles V, not the pappy. I mean, come on, y'all, man. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. Okay, let's just be super fair all across the board, y'all, right? Let's just say, he said to Beavis face, huh? Let's just say that James Hewitt isn't his father. Clearly, Charles is not his father. And it's a big reason why I'm pointing this out. Y'all tap in and walk with me. Keep in mind, Charles is not Harry's father, right? He said both of them dudes got the Beavis face. Oh, you made me want to throw my Beavis t-shirt on right now, Uncle Diggity, man. Right? You feel me, kid? You feel me, Els? I mean, come on. Stevie Wonder and Ray Charles can see that James Hewitt is clearly this nigga's dad, man. Clearly, right? But keep that in mind, y'all. So, the night of Diana's death, you hear me? Let's listen to some more of the video.
As I've said in the biggest leading up to it, but particularly
pay attention to this guy's name.
Was Mohammed Al-Fayed. And when you look,
his name was Muhammad Al-Fayed.
Look at his background, as I've said in The Biggest Secret, you know, when Mohammed Al-Fayed is trying to kid you, trying to tell you something that's not true because his lips are moving. It's the way you can see it, because this guy has lied his way through his whole economic and business career. And he's done exactly that over Diana's assassination. There was a guy that I've mentioned a number of times in my books called Tony Blair. Tony Blair was brought through by this brotherhood to become Prime Minister of Britain. And I have a contact who, for a long time, performed satanic ceremonies in which ritual human sacrifice took place of children and of adults. And one of the key places, which I've talked about in my books, is the Castle of Darkness in Belgium. In the late 80s, she says that at a ritual sacrifice that she performed was the Queen of England, which she's done sacrifices for many times, the Queen Mother, Tony Blair, who was then just a lower-ranked politician, and Mohammed Al-Fayed, father of Dodi. And yet in the public arena, we get this.
Now pay attention to what my homie David Icke just said, y'all. The guy in the car with Diana the night that she was brutally assassinated, right? It was a guy in a car named Dodi Fayed, right? Dodi Fayed, right? Dodi Fayed was Muhammad Al-Fayed's son, right? Who was having an affair with Diana. right? Now, walk with me, y'all. Walk with me, right? I got to walk it down slow, y'all. Here's pictures of Diana and Dodi, right? Dodi Fayed is the son of Muhammad El Fayed, right? Dodi Fayed was a member of the British Parliament who was had a security company as well, and his son Dodi Fayed was the CEO of the company, right? Dodi Fayed and Diana was having an affair. You hear me? As we can see clearly, right? So he was in the car with her that night, and he died as well, right? Now, these people are not beyond or above sacrificing their own family just to keep structuring for rituals and shit like that. And when they violate certain things, right? So this is the guy who was in the car with Diana the night she was allegedly in a car accident that took her life and his life. Dodi Fayed is the son of Muhammad El Fayed, who my man David Icke just was talking to y'all about. Let's go.
Royal family on one side and Dodi Fayed's father, Muhammad Al Fayed, on the other, when in fact they lock into the same controlling force. And he had control of her movements on the crucial day. There's the ISIS symbol of ancient Egypt, very close to that headgear that he posed with for a British newspaper. Now, again, if you're going to kind of follow the symbolism and the background to Diana's assassination, you have to go back into the ancient world. You can pick one of these reptile, one of the pure key reptile human bloodlines up in Troy, ancient Troy, which is what we now call Turkey. You can follow this bloodline through the Caucasus Mountains and into Europe and into what we call France. In fact, France is named after these people. They call themselves the Sicambrian Franks. And they had a royal offshoot and eventually became known by this royal offshoot called the Merovingians.
How many of y'all have heard of the Merovingians? Merovingians, Merovingians. If y'all remember in the movie The Matrix Reloaded, the Frenchman, or his name was the Merovingian, right? I know you have, Lance Parker. Project Leroy in the building was good, right? Now, oddly enough, this chick right here, who some of y'all may be familiar with, publicly said that she is a direct descendant. Matter of fact, she's one of the only, or I ain't gonna say the only, she's one of the descendants, or she's a descendant, right? She's a descendant of the Merovingian bloodline. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are familiar with this chick right here. She came out publicly and said this a couple years ago. Right? This is why she's so powerful. And she's a witch. Don't make no mistake about it. Marina Abramovich, Beyonce and Jay-Z's spiritual advisor. Lady Gaga's spiritual advisor. She was cool with Epstein and Ghislaine too. And Marina Abramovich claims to be one of the few living descendants, or I'm gonna say few, but she claims to be one of the descendants of the Merovingian bloodline, which is the absolute purest bloodline alive today, through many different family names that can connect their bloodline and trace it all the way back to Lucifer, Satan, the devil himself. So when you look at Marina's artwork with her spirit cooking creepy shit, and there's no reason why she makes that claim, because it's probably true. Right? Now let's get back to Dodie. And Diana, right? Let's get back to Dodie and Diana. Dodie, Diana, no. Dodie, Diana, no. Dodie, Diana, no. Yeah, man. See? Mohammed El Fayed was the head of British security and the royal family security, right? And his son, Dodi Fayed, was the CEO of the company or the head of security. So he interacted with Diana literally every single day, all day. And of course, they developed a relationship. This, of course, was allowed to happen because of who his father was, to keep tabs on Diana. But him and Diana end up falling in love. And it was said that Diana was indeed pregnant by Dodi, which is why he was also murdered in the assassination as well, because he, violated, structure, so to speak. Right? Now let's get to it. Keep in mind when I told y'all about Harry and James and Charles, right? So this is just to connect dots right here for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Now it's about to get real spooky real quick, y'all. You hear me? Now, this happened in 1997, right? This crash. If y'all remember, y'all do your research. This crash happened in 1997 under the Pont d'Arme Bridge in France, Paris, France. It was on the and it hit the 13th pillar under the bridge. In Paris, France is a city that sits on the 13th parallel. These people are very, very ritualistic, y'all. They have this stuff down to the T. If any of y'all study gematria, y'all know what I am talking about. They're very ritualistic, very ordered and structured. These people are diabolically, insanely genius. You hear me? Now, let's get to it. Right? Now it's about to get spooky real quick. Y'all, let me cam up real quick, man. This is where it gets kind of spooky right now, especially for me. I have a direct connection to Princess Diana and her untimely passing, right? Now, back when this happened, there was a black guy, right, who's a lawyer from Columbus, Ohio, who mysteriously happened to be on the scene when this all took place, right? Right? Man, why the fuck is this doing that? Right? Spook. It's about to get spooky, Mr. O. You hear me? I'm about to bring this dude up on the screen. You hear me? It was a lawyer from Columbus, Ohio, who was on the scene at Princess Diana's accident site under the Pont d'Arme Bridge. And his name is this guy right here, right? His name is Stanley Colbreath, right? Stanley Colbreath is a member of Alpha Phi Alpha, and he also is a member of the Boule Society. One of his partners, who still has a practice in Columbus, Ohio today, his name is I'm about to bring it up here, y'all.
Alpha side.
Right. I'm about to bring his ass up. Now pay attention. That's Stanley Cobrief. Right. I said he's Alpha. No, he's not. He's Kappa Alpha Psi. And one of his Kappa Alpha Psi brothers and Boule brothers also a practicing to this day as we speak lawyer out of Columbus, Ohio. This guy right here, his name is Byron L. Potts. You hear me? Tap in and walk with me, y'all. This is Byron L. Potts. Now, when I caught my first case, I went into Byron L. Potts' office, and you know, this dude told me he wanted a $5,000 retainer. He wanted a $5,000 retainer. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? This is Byron L. Potts, y'all. He's a practicing lawyer in our city right now, and he's also a member of Kappa Alpha Psi. So is Stanley Cobrief. Him and Stanley Cobrief had a law firm back in the day that they were both partners in, but Stanley Cobrief was found to be doing some negligent, very fraudulent, and very illegal things that made him lose his bar license, and he got kicked off of the bar association, so he couldn't practice law in Ohio anymore, right? And why am I talking about this, right? I just wanted to show y'all that so I can see who Byron Potts is, right? He's Kappa Alpha Psi, he's Boule, right? He's a member of the Columbus Boule Society. He's a member of Sigma Pi Phi Incorporated. And I know what I'm talking about, y'all. I've done my research into Byron L. Potts. Believe you me. You hear me? Right? Now let's get back to Stanley Cobrief, right? This is about to spook y'all out, man. You hear me, man, right? Now, Stanley Cobrief, who was a partner in Byron Potts and Company, actually was called Potts and Cobrief before Cobrief got disbarred, right? And he just happened to be in Paris, France in 1997, the night that Princess Diana sadly had a tragic car accident that took her and Dodi Fayed's life under the Pont de Ama Bridge in Gay, Paris, right? Now here's where it gets spooky, right? Stanley Cobrief hold on real quick, y'all. I'm about to bring this up for y'all. Hold on, I'm about to come up. I'm about to bring it up for y'all. Oh, my bad. He do still got to practice. Hold on. Right. Hold on. Let me find this real quick. I'm about to find it, y'all. It's definitely not her. Let me see if I can find it, y'all. Oh no, that's not it. I'm trying to see if I can find it for y'all, man. This is gonna be key to this though. Let me see if I put this in. Oh, here we go. Damn, I even know this. Oh, I even know they had all this. I've never seen this, right? But we about to watch this because this is my brother.
Protect your largest investment by getting a...
Hold on real quick, y'all. See how deep this go?
Free roof or siding inspection from Rainbow's Roofing. And if you need a new roof, trust your property to a company with the honesty, integrity,
sad story, y'all. Rest in the essence to my brother K-Roll, man.
Or visit Rainbow'sRoofingOhio.com today.
This shit about to trip y'all out.
He took his wife in jealousy.
It's my mom's right here.
Rage.
The mother of a man who was murdered allegedly at the hands of a Columbus school teacher is speaking out. She knows her son had his flaws, but she says he didn't deserve what happened.
Rest in the essence to my big bro K-Roll.
With ABC6's Tom Bosco.
He always wanted to make sure I had the best of everything, anything he could do.
That's my mom's right there, y'all.
Right.
Hey, if y'all ever need some dreads done, y'all need y'all locks done, and y'all in the Columbus, Ohio, make sure y'all hit me up. I'll send y'all to my mom so you get y'all a discount. She one of the coldest lock twisters in the city. Half of these niggas running around with locks in their hair right now. My mom done did them.
Rescue.
Now Lenora Berry says it's her turn to come to her son's rescue and change the image of the man who was stabbed to death last week, Vicente Keith Mills, a man she knows as a father, brother, and son.
He's being portrayed in the media as this heinous person who beat women.
The lawyer for Mills' live-in girlfriend, Shannara Culbert, says it was a case of self-defense.
Did y'all hear the name? Did y'all hear the name? Her name is Shania Colbreath.
In fact, neighbors called 911 that morning saying Mills and Culbreath were fighting again. And this time it sounded worse than before.
He's like, I'm going to hurt you. And you can tell he's punching walls or doing something.
But Lenora Berry says that doesn't sound like her son.
I raised my son never to put his hands on a woman.
Police say Culbreath first pointed a gun at Mills, then got 2 knives, stabbed him, and left the apartment for hours. Lenora Berry continues to work as a hairdresser as she mourns her son, who she calls a playboy with a lot of female friends. And she acknowledges he did 2 stretches in prison.
Bless her heart, y'all.
But she says she never imagined he would die like this.
To tell the truth, in my heart, I would have thought if anything happened, it would have been in the street.
She's most upset that Culbreath left the apartment and didn't call 911.
Had someone gotten to him, they could have indeed saved him.
Mm-hmm. She ain't do none of that shit, y'all.
Shannara Culbreath is a middle school teacher, and up until last week, she was a teacher here at Woodward Park Middle School. Before, of course, her legal issues, she had posted bond. She had been given a bond of $100,000. She had to post just $10,000 to be let out of jail. And of course, Keith Mills' mother thinks that was entirely too low. Guys.
So, Tom, if the teacher is free right now, is she back at work?
No.
Well, Stacia, Columbus Public Schools told me she has been reassigned to another building, and she is not in the care or custody of any school children, so she's not in a classroom. But they say she is still making her salary of a little bit more than $44,000, the same salary she was making before last week's incident. Guys.
Tragic, right, y'all? You hear me? Rest in the essence to my brother, man. You hear me? Rest in the essence to my brother K-Roll, man. You hear me? It's about to get spooky. I told y'all. Her name is Shania Colbreath, right? Her daddy, this guy, right, who was at the Point de Armor Bridge, right, the night that Princess Diana allegedly died in a car crash. Stanley Colbreath, Shania Colbreath's father, the father of the girl who killed my brother, right? And Byron Potts was her lawyer. Byron Potts is the one who got her that $10,000 bond. And she eventually got exonerated on all charges. She still currently works in Columbus Public Schools. Huh? Everybody I tell that story to be like, get the fuck out of here, right? No, really. So this is how I am connected to Diana. Don't it hit close to home, Project Leroy, right? Now, my brother wasn't no angel. I'm going to just say that. I'm not about to go on a tirade about his criminal history, domestic violence and all of that, because that's really don't matter because he's no longer here. But I'm definitely going to sit up here and tell y'all that my brother was not no angel, but he also definitely did not deserve to die. You hear me? It got to be a trick to it, because I don't see my brother being the size that he was, allowing her little short ass to stab him. Something fishy about that situation. But Stanley Colbreath is Shania Colbreath's father, the girl who killed my brother. Stanley Colbreath and Byron Potts are both Boule Kappa Alpha Psi. Stanley Colbreath was the very first person interviewed the site of Princess Diana's tragic accident back in 1997. Y'all go look it up for yourself on YouTube. This guy right here, Stanley Colbreath. That's how I am connected to Princess Diana's assassination, allegedly. Ain't that some shit? Rest in the essence to K-Roll, man. I don't have no hard feelings towards Shania. I met her a couple of times. She was a sweetheart, actually. You hear me? But you know, I didn't know the relationship between her and my brother. Every time I met her, you know, she was real cool. But you know, I didn't know that her and my brother had a situation going on like that. But I remember times that this nigga, when I did get up with my brother, because he had a bar that used to be right down the street from my crib where I used to stay at, and I used to go there a lot and fuck with my brother. And I just remember a couple of times, and he'd come up to my crib and kick it and shit. We smoke blunts, chop it up. Yeah, you can't make this shit up, bruh. You hear me? My nigga Mr. O say, you can't make this shit up. And my brother just would be telling me, like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, girl, crazy for real, bro. You know, we chopping it. You know, you chopping it with your brother. We talking about our little bitch situation with bras, and you like, bro, this chick crazy. You like, you hear him saying it, but you're not paying it attention because he's not going into depth about it. He's just lightly scathing over it to the point to where when you say, oh, you know, this bitch is crazy, but he was really like trying to let me know something I think and feel without actually saying it because he didn't want to appear weak to his younger brother. I know my brother. You hear me? He didn't want to appear weak to me as if he needed me, my counsel, my guidance. You have to understand our relationship to know why he didn't do that. But now that I sit here and think about all of that stuff, I'm like, damn, that nigga was basically, he was saying that the bitch was crazy. But I just never paid attention to it because he didn't emphasize. He didn't go into, you know, in depth about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm connected to Diana's death. Ain't that crazy, y'all? Hit that like button. Y'all ain't gonna get this type of content nowhere else. Shout out to my brother Red Supreme TV1. Shout out to my brother Mr. O with the info. Y'all go subscribe to both of their pages. Y'all ain't gonna get this type of game nowhere else, man. You hear me? Now let's get back to it. That just was a brief intervention just to show y'all how I'm connected to Princess Diana's untimely death. And I also wanted to display y'all that just in case y'all questioned before, I do thorough research. You hear me? I know what I'm talking about. And I think that's why a lot of people who be feeling some type of way about stuff I say, they don't really challenge it because they see stuff like this and they probably do their due diligence and be like, oh, yeah, I speak the way, listen, y'all, I speak the way I do. I speak in the manner and tone in which I do because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. That's why, because I do very, very thorough research. It's a gift from the Most High. I have a very good gift of discernment, a very great ability to critically think, connect dots, process of elimination, deductive reasoning. I've been blessed with these gifts, right? So if you got any questions and you want a one-on-one consultation about anything, hit me up in the email, right? Now let's get to it, y'all, all right? I just wanted to show y'all how I'm connected to the royal family by proxy. The Saxe-Coburg Gothas, right? Oh, damn, I didn't even mean to X that out, but we good. We don't need to see that. You feel me? We don't really need to see that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, y'all, get spooky, man. Shit gets spooky, right? Now, when we're talking about Queen Elizabeth and we're talking about Diana, right? Now we got to talk about, and the reason why I'm not going to discuss William and Kate, because William's all aboard. You hear me? See, the difference between William and Harry, let me bring these two little, I ain't going to call Harry a fucking nigga because I fuck with Harry, man. Harry a gangster. That's why but he came back to the family, though. Right? Look at these two dudes, man. Look at Harry and William. I'm about to pull this picture up for y'all. Perfect picture. Look at Harry and look at William. Harry looks like James Hewitt. William looks like Charles. Right? Do y'all see it? I said, do y'all see it? Right? Now, tap in and walk with me. We about to go in. Now, y'all see this is a picture of Kate, William and Kate, and Harry and Meghan, right? Take that off the screen. You feel me? I'm going to put this up on the screen. Now, if this ain't further, I don't know, Lance. And let me tell you why. I honestly don't think that Harry is Charles's son. He don't look like him. But, you know, you can be your own judge. Right? Now, look at this picture right here. Right? Now, this is what I'm going to say about William and Harry. Right? William and Harry both look like Diana. But Harry definitely does not look like him. But he definitely looks like him. right? They both look like Diana, though. He looked like Diana mixed with James. He looked like Diana mixed with him, right? I just realized what you said, Lance Parker. They do not look like they have the same father. That's because they don't, Lance Parker. My bad, Lance Parker. I misunderstood what you were saying. They do not have the same father. Clearly. Look at this picture, y'all. Right? I'm about to connect some serious dots for y'all concerning Meghan Markle, man. You hear me? And why she was chosen to be Harry's wife. You hear me? Because it's all about the blood, y'all. It's all about the DNA with these sick, demented, twisted people or demons. We're going to say what it is over here at A-Real Talk. You know, we ain't going to cut no cars over here. Hit that like button, y'all. Right? Hit that like button, y'all. Now, keep it real with me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Keep it real with me. This nigga Harry don't look like another one of these dudes, do he? I mean, he looked like his brother because they got the same mom, but clearly they don't have the same dad. You feel me? Charles ain't never in his life had red hair. And that nigga's ears ain't nowhere big as Charles's ears. All right? But William, though. William got that's William's whole face right there. From the head to the chin. You hear me? To the ears, to the nose, to the mouth, to the eyes. That is William. This is William 30 years from now. Right? Now, let's get to it, y'all. You hear me? Now, remember when I brought up James Hewitt, right? So what does this tell y'all? Let me bring this picture back up, right? I'm going to bring this picture back up real quick, y'all. So, right, if Charles is not Harry's father, what does that tell us about Harry? Right? If Charles is not Harry's father, what does this tell us about Harry? Huh? I'm waiting for one of y'all to answer that question. Lance Parker, take a shot at it. Right? If Charles is not Harry's father, what does that tell us about Harry? Right? That tells us that Harry doesn't have any royal blood, which is why he isn't in succession to the throne, which is why William's son, George, right? Exactly, Lance Parker. This is why William's son, George, right, is next in succession before Harry. And Harry's not in succession at all because he is the illegitimate son of James Hewitt. But he has the Spencer DNA because he's Diana's son. In comes Meghan Markle. I love doing research. I love teaching, man. I absolutely love teaching. You hear me? I love teaching, y'all. You hear me? I absolutely love teaching, y'all. Right? I'm about to bring this up on the screen. I love teaching, y'all. You hear me? Let me bring this up real quick. This is Meghan Markle's father. This guy right here, right? This is Meghan Markle's father right here, y'all. Prince Harry's wife. I think they got 2 children now. This is Meghan Markle's father, y'all. Walk with me. I'm about to connect dots for y'all. Y'all ain't never heard this nowhere, man. You hear me? You heard this first on A Real Talk podcast with your guy, Virgil Berry, right? Stacks with the facts, nigga. Stacks with the facts. You did. Right? Megan's mother is beautiful. She's a beautiful lady. Y'all see Megan's mother right there? She's a beautiful lady. Pretty as hell. Right? This is Meghan Markle's father, right? Thomas Markle. Y'all hear me? This is Meghan Markle's father, Thomas Markle. Thomas Markle is a descendant of who? Guess who he's a descendant of? I love teaching, y'all. I love teaching. You hear me? I absolutely love teaching, right? Thomas Markle is a descendant of none other than Robert the Bruce, formerly known as King Robert the First, right? Y'all may have seen the movie Braveheart with Mel Gibson in it. That is who he was going up against. Robert the Bruce, or King Robert the First, right? Let's go. Right? The King of Scots. You hear me? See, Braveheart. Well, damn. That was yeah. Y'all seen Braveheart, right? And they got a new series called, or a movie coming out called Robert the Bruce, right? My nigga Angus McFadden is playing Robert the Bruce. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, some of that, y'all. Yeah. Robert the Bruce, King Robert the First, the King of Scots. Robert the Bruce, King Robert the First. He is the guy who united the kingdoms. And the movie Braveheart loosely depicts the story of the battle of the King of Scots, which is Robert the Bruce, versus you know what I'm saying, the warring tribes in Scotland, which Mel Gibson was a member of. Huh? Right? Thomas Markle is a descendant of King Robert the Bruce. So, in essence, the reason why Meghan Markle was chosen to be put with Harry is because she has the royal DNA, not Harry. Harry has the Spencer genes. Huh? Meghan Markle has more royal blood than Harry. Harry doesn't have any royal blood, any Windsor royal blood, to be exact. But Meghan Markle sure does, through her father, Thomas Markle. Do your research onto her father, and he is a descendant of King Robert the Bruce, or Robert the First of England, King of Scots, the guy who united the kingdoms. And the reason why we call it the United Kingdom today, her great, 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 great grandfather was King Robert the First, who is a member of the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha family, now known as the Windsor family. And that is why Meghan Markle was chosen to be put with Harry to keep the Spencer genes with the Windsor Saxe-Coburg DNA. And now they got 2 kids, which is why Harry ran away. If you ask me, I believe and I think that Harry knows what happens to his mother. I believe that Meghan and Harry were put together, but upon getting with each other, doing their research and figuring out they're actually related, I think they probably fell in love with each other, and they decided to depart from the royals, but they can't, which is why they're back over there now. Right now that old Queenie is gone, that don't mean shit. Charles is in the building now, right? Right. So let me back this up for y'all. Meghan Markle has royal blood. Meghan Markle has Windsor or Saxe-Coburg-Gotha DNA in her body, in her genes, due to her father, Thomas Markle, who is a descendant of King Robert I or King Robert the Bruce. Right? Harry is his mother, Diana Spencer, who is the great-great-great-great-granddaughter of the Earl of Spencer, right? So we got Harry with the Spencer DNA, and we got Meghan with the, right? We got Meghan with the Windsor DNA and the black DNA from her mother. So that's going to be the perfect DNA sequence. That's going to be the perfect genetic combination to not only take the Windsor Saxe-Coburg-Gotha bloodline into the future, but also link it and sync it with the black DNA so that they can keep their human forms for centuries to come. Y'all ain't gonna get this type of teaching nowhere else, man. Ain't nobody, very few guys on YouTube can break this shit down to y'all like this, man, and connect these type of dots. So that's the reason why Meghan Markle and Harry are together. Harry doesn't have any royal DNA. It's Meghan that has the royal genes. And this is why Elizabeth couldn't stand her. But she know that Meghan had to be introduced into the family in order to keep the bloodline intact, in order to keep the DNA intact, so these damn Windsors won't be born in the future turning into lizards and shit with tails and shit. Huh? So y'all go do your research on King Robert the Bruce, man. You hear me? Oh, no doubt. Oh, man. Oh, man. That was funny. Yeah, ain't that some shit, Mr. O? So y'all go do y'all research and connect the dots. Don't take my word for it. Y'all go do y'all's research into Meghan Markle's father, Thomas Markle, and trace his DNA, and it's going to take you back to Robert the Bruce, King Robert I of England. Meghan Markle's father, listen, y'all. Meghan Markle's father, Thomas Markle, is a descendant of King Robert I of England. He said, fuck it, bring them on. Hey, we've been desensitized and programmed to this stuff. Y'all remember that TV show that came on when we was kids called V? They came out with a remake of it back in like 2012, 2013, I want to say. Right? Look at all the imagery of serpentine or reptilian imagery we have in our cartoons. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Battletoads. Huh? Think of any imagery you see in movies, TV shows depicting humanoid reptiles, Cobra Commander. Huh? Oh, we've been desensitized to this reptilian agenda for a very long time. Like I said, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Battletoads. You feel what I'm saying? The Frog and the Prince. You hear me? My nigga Red going live in 30 minutes too, so we gotta make sure we tap in and walk with Red. We definitely about to end the show here shortly. You feel me? Yeah. Barney, Jurassic Park, Pay attention to the imagery, y'all. We've been desensitized to the reptilian agenda for a very long time. You hear me? We just don't realize it until a nigga like me come on and connect the dots for y'all. Right? So did y'all learn something new tonight, man? Did y'all enjoy tonight's show? Listen, man, just to do a quick recap. Queen Elizabeth is the longest reigning British monarch. Her great-great-great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth I, was the last female ruler of the British Empire up until Queen Elizabeth II, her namesake. In Buckingham Palace was a painting of Queen Elizabeth I holding flowers, but over the years, the paint began to fade away, and it exposed what she was really holding in that picture, was a snake, connecting further the Windsor Saxe-Coburg-Gotha bloodline to Vlad Dracul, who was a member of the Order of the Dragon and the Order of the Snake. He was a Khazarian demon of Khazarian descent who practiced spirit cooking, cannibalism. He was a demon. He's known throughout history as Dracula. Right? Now, to connect more dots, we have Princess Diana, who is a Spencer, right? Another satanic, demonic, reptilian bloodline, but just not a royal one, right? Or a known royal one. She gets picked to be with Charles to keep the Spencer and the Windsor Saxe-Coburg-Gotha DNA intact in its human form to go on to the next millennia or the next decades at this point, right? Right? Diana gets too much information. She's making too much noise. She's causing too much attention. She's embarrassing the royal family. She gets pregnant by Dodi Fayed, which is Mohammed El Fayed's son, who's the head of British royal security in a ritualistic sacrifice murder that had both of them killed. 13th parallel, he crashed into the 13th column on the Point d'Ama Bridge in Paris, France. Diana is named after the ancient Daemon goddess Diana. Right? Diana had 2 kids with Charles, 1 child with Charles, William, who's the next heir to the throne, right? And then Diana had an affair with Captain James Hewitt, who was Harry's father. But Harry still carries the Spencer DNA, and by public opinion, he's a part of the royal family, but we now know, especially after tonight, that he is not. So in order to keep the connection of the Spencer and Windsor Saxe-Coburg-Gotha bloodline, they find Meghan Markle, who is the daughter of a man who is the descendant of King Robert I, Queen Elizabeth's great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, right? So through Meghan Markle, who not only has Black DNA, which is dominant, she also has the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha Windsor DNA coursing through her veins. She gets with Harry, who has the Spencer DNA from his mother Diana coursing through his veins. They get together, which is another connecting of a hybrid bloodline through the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha and the Spencer, through Meghan, right, and Harry. And they got 2 children now, if I'm not mistaken. Meghan's father, Thomas Markle, is the descendant of King Robert the First, or Robert the Bruce of England. And Harry is the son of Captain James Hewitt and his mother, descendant of the Spencer clan, Diana. You got to connect the dots, man. You hear me? This is what I be talking about with y'all to y'all, man. Yeah, Red funny as hell, ain't he, man? A lot of niggas been going in, too. We going in tomorrow night discussing this shit, too. Fuck that nigga Busta Rhymes, man. That's how I feel about Busta now. Fuck that nigga. That nigga's a bitch. Sacrificed this man, Izzy, and everything, man. Rest of the essence to Israel. You hear me? But yeah, though, y'all, man, it's been a hell of a... So I tell you, we got to walk them down slow, oh. And this is why I decided to go in on Queen Elizabeth, so y'all can get a better over, inner, outer, extra standing of why this lady was so important. She's arguably the most powerful woman in modern history. You hear me? And y'all went around celebrating this lady, talking about some, oh, rest in peace to the queen. Rest in peace to the queen. She was an evil bitch. She wasn't even human. Yeah, it is, Mr. O. It is. It is. So just imagine me being in prison and I'm coming across all this information, y'all. Like I said, when I was in the joint, I had access to reading material that I cannot believe they let me get access to. But, you know, I also had a cell phone when I was in the joint, and I had access to YouTube, and I had access to other stuff too. And I'm in contact with a lot of people overseas that I get information from, that I pool and share information with. And just let's say I have a good network of fact checkers and information researchers like myself. Been doing this for a little second now. You feel me? So did y'all learn something new tonight, man? Hit that like button. Subscribe to the page, man. Click on the bell and all of that. Did y'all learn something tonight, man? I said, did y'all learn something tonight, man? Did you hear something that you never heard before tonight? Huh? Oh, yeah, Meghan Markle used to play on that popular TV show, I think, on Channel 10 called West Wing. You think she got that part on West Wing because she's a good actress? Right? You may have some of this DNA running through your veins and you don't even know it. Wonder why some people get put in positions to do certain things. Tiffany Haddish. I said, did you learn something new tonight, y'all? Right? Did y'all hear something y'all never heard before? And I know I gave y'all enough information to go do your own due diligence to check out if anything I'm saying is actual facts. Please do. Please go fact check me. Please. I implore with you. Go fact check everything I said. You hear me? Don't trust nobody's information but your own. It's one of the first things I learned when I took my journalism class at Ohio State that I had the privilege to take when I was in 9th grade. You hear me? I am a journalistic. I am a journalist. I'm a citizen journalist, researcher. That's what I do. Right? And I make a nice, decent little bit of money doing it too. You hear me? I ain't gonna say balling like I'm balling out of control, but I make decent money doing what I do, y'all. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It ain't enough to where I could quit my job, but it definitely is another stream of income for your boy. You hear me? You did. So if y'all are in the need of needing an investigative researcher or a private investigative researcher, send me an email. Right? I can find out for you. That's why I'm called Stacks with the Facts. You feel me? Art Media LLC, as y'all see up in the corner. A Real Talk Media LLC. That's my company, right? Is Red live right now, or is he going live in 30 minutes? Because my notification said he going live in 30 minutes. Yeah, Red going live in like 19 minutes, y'all. So we're gonna rock out until Red come. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna rock out until Red come on, right? Red about to go live in like 20 minutes, y'all. So y'all know we about to go over there and go rock with our homie Red. But did you learn something new tonight, y'all, man? Right? Did y'all learn something new tonight? Did you hear something you never heard before, man? Right? Oh, man, that's funny, man. Oh, shit. I'm going to tell y'all about this situation that I'm laughing about, not right now, but I'm going to tell y'all later. I'm going to bring it back. And I remember that night when I was talking about the Queen and I was laughing. Y'all going to remember what I'm talking about. But yeah, though, man, I hope y'all learned something new tonight. I hope I gave y'all some tidbits of information that sparked your interest and your intrigue into doing your own research and look into this topic. You feel me? The British royals are not who we think they are or who we've been led to think they are. They're not even British. They're German. So think about what was going on in World War II. Think about when London was bombed by Hitler. Winston Churchill is a distant cousin of the Saxe-Coburg-Gotha bloodline. Right? You can trace Winston Churchill or Churchill or Kirkle or See what my brother Mr. O said. Exactly, Mr. O. That's what I'm here for, bruh. That's what I'm here for. We doing next level teaching over here. You hear me? Next level teaching. You hear me? Breaking this shit down. And tomorrow we're gonna be doing the same thing with Trevor motherfucking Smith Jr.'s ass, nigga. I ain't calling these niggas by their rap names no more. I'm calling these niggas, this nigga's name is Trevor. Right? I'm gonna get into this nigga Busta Rhymes, man, with his fake motherfucking saying he helped, man. Shout out to my brother Red for keeping his foot on the neck, man. I stand 100% 10 toes down with Red, Tariq, whoever else riding on this thing 100%. Right? Bad enough we don't own the music. We don't own the industry. That's worse. We should come after them now. Now tap in and walk with me, y'all. Because the type of talking I'm about to do is the type of talking why they created HR 1955. Right. What I'm about to say, and I'm going to box very cleverly with my language, could be considered, if I say it in another way, in a way that I know I can say it, will be considered to be ideologically based violence, or maybe even an attempt to violently radicalize people. Right? Creating a momentum with this thing that we doing right now that's going on, and I say I stand 10 toes down with Tariq Nasheed and my brother Red and whoever else in defending our culture and intellectual property, which is the most powerful, the most valuable, the most influential genre of music on planet Earth for the past going on 40, 50 years down near hip-hop. Or I ain't gonna call it hip-hop, I'm gonna call it our shit, because I can break down the etymology on hip-hop and do it. That's a whole nother show, y'all. Right? hippity hoppity, hip hop, tick tock. Y'all better do the etymology on these words, man. We be spell. We have us casting spells on ourselves, man. You feel me? One of the reasons why I stopped messing with TikTok. You hear me? But you know what I'm saying? We created a momentum, or if we are able to create a momentum in the defense of this, right? You know what I mean? This is the perfect time for brothers to you know what I'm saying, unite together on a peaceful, non-violent front. You hear me? It's totally, collectively, on a massive scale, non-comply and non-acquiesce. We just ain't having it, man. Right? And then we should come for them. Well, remember when Morpheus told Neo that there was a man, the first one who was born inside the Matrix, who could make the Matrix do as he see fit. And I remember, I'll tell y'all right now, man, the unintelligent artificial intelligence is not as smart as it's making us or leading us to believe that it is. And there's way more of us than it's of them. You hear me? I'm just getting down to it, dog. I can feel however y'all feel about what I'm saying. But to the critical thinkings, listen to what I'm saying. Right? You feel me? And we can make them give us what is rightfully ours. And we ain't gonna have to fire one bullet or throw one punch to do it. Right? But they have their minions who's going to fight and defend the Matrix even with their own life, which are amongst of us. Right? Amongst us, especially us. And this is all leading into why they doing everything. See, everything is all connected, like I always tell. Everything's all connected, y'all. Everything's all connected. Y'all have to know this, man. No doubt, go look it out, Mr. O. Y'all have to know this stuff, man. Do your due diligence. Connect the dots. Seemingly unrelated people, places, events, situations, organizations. And you have to see how it all fits together to give you the full view of what the fuck is going on around you. You dig? You hear me? See, a lot of people be sitting up here saying, nah, nigga, I don't think too deep. I don't think deep at all. I keep telling you, I'm not a deep thinker. I'm an open thinker. Big difference. I don't think deep about shit, man. You hear me? Because when you think deep, you're going further and further down. And when you go down, you tend to go away from the what? The light. And I don't do deep shit. I'm not a deep thinker. I'm an open thinker. Big difference. Know the difference between the two, which is why I emphasize on y'all studying words. Words are powerful. When you enter, outer, understand the power of words, and you and have a strong command of the English language, it gives you power beyond the physical. Notice our homeboy Yeshua Hamashiach didn't have to put his hands on nobody in a violent way. Except when he flipped them tables over and when they got them at temple. You hear me? But think about that though, y'all. You feel me? This is why I say non-compliance, non-acquiescing. Remember in the Matrix when he told Neo he wouldn't have to dodge the bullets, and they shot the guns, they shot the Desi's at him, and he just made the bullets stop. That's what I mean when I say non-comply, non-acquiesce. He said no. Right? Think about what I mean when I say that, y'all, man. You feel me? Yeah, man. My brother Red about to go in like 10 minutes. You know what I'm talking about? Thanks everybody for coming out tonight, man. I hope y'all learned something, man. Like I said, man, if y'all want to learn anything or if y'all want to know anything, y'all got some questions about something, man. You know, I'm not saying that I'm a genius, yo. I would never use that. Like I said, if y'all break down the etymology on genius, you wouldn't even use that word to describe yourself as somebody being extremely intelligent or smart. If y'all did the etymology on genius, y'all would never use that word against yourself again. You hear me? Thanks everybody for coming out tonight, y'all. Tomorrow night we going in. My brother King L's gonna be in the building. We're gonna break down the situation with this nigga on goddamn it, Trevor fucking Smith Jr., man. Sitting up here talking about some Jamaicans and Latinos helped to create hip-hop music, and we ain't got no culture, and everything we got from Caribbean. Like, man, we going in tomorrow, man. I'm going, man, listen, right? And I just want y'all, I want to say this. This ain't no disclaimer. This is some real shit, man. You know what I'm saying? In my research over the years, y'all, this nigga Busta Rhymes' name has come up often. You hear me? He's involved with a lot of stuff that you guys would never think he's involved with. And we're going to get straight to it tomorrow. We got to expose the fake who appear to be real. You hear me? And Trevor Tahim Smith Jr. is one of those guys. And we definitely going to break down his whole psyche tomorrow. You hear me? Sitting up here not paying homage to us FBAs, our forefathers, founding FBA brethren and sister that created this damn hip-hop as if he didn't learn from them and learn from us. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go in tomorrow, y'all. So make sure y'all tap in with me and my brother King Els tomorrow at 8. Hope y'all enjoyed the show. You know what I'm saying? We got a nice couple shows coming up for the rest of the week. Wednesday, we going in. You hear me? We going in. Mr. O going to come in the building. He said Buster Bus is rumored to be sus. Man, listen. I'm going to come up for this too, y'all. Your favorite rappers, nigga. Let me take my glasses off too, man. Your favorite rappers. I don't give a damn who it is, man. Whoever your favorite rapper may be. Know this, man. In the music industry is ran by the same demons that run all other industries. And the Baphomet agenda is definitely being heavily pushed through especially the rap genre of music. You hear me? In the music industry. And if y'all think ain't no freaky, satanic, sexual, tantric, evil, demon time, ritualistic, freaky shit going on, y'all tripping. All I gotta do is tell y'all is go watch Eyes Wide Shut by Stanley Kubrick, whose name was mentioned earlier. And y'all see how everything is connected? My man, I think somebody brought up Project Leroy, somebody brought up Stanley Kubrick, and here we are talking about Stanley Kubrick right now because he directed the movie Eyes Wide Shut. Y'all go watch that movie if y'all don't think none of this shit that we see is going on is real. Talk to him, Uncle Diggity. We ain't holding no cards up to nobody. Your favorite rapper, all these niggas, right? Most of these niggas, especially if they real successful and real big and making a lot of money. The rappers who, and this is crazy because, you know, the rappers who we see, like I say, rest in the essence to PNB Rock. Could be argued, but rest in the essence to the young brother. You hear me? And a lot more are going to die. I'm not just trying to be mean or nasty. This is what it is. A lot more are going to die. Who's next? Who knows? Right? But until y'all start getting to the meat and potatoes of this shit, man, y'all ain't going to get it. Y'all think this stuff is a game, man. Y'all think that this is a joke when we be sitting up here talking about this stuff. People like me, so-called conspiracy theorists. And I done sat up there and broke down conspiracy theorists to y'all. I done broke down where it came from, where it stemmed from, why it was created, why it's used, and it's very effective very much to this day. You feel me? You know, the greatest thing the devil ever did was convince people that they don't exist. Right? Right? We're going to get to it over here. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. But I don't be worried about none of that because I do very thorough research. You hear me? So, man, I hope y'all learned something tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight's show. You know what I'm saying? My brother Red about to go live in like 5 minutes. You feel me? Definitely go tap in over there, Red Supreme TV 1. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. Telling Stacks what the facts sent you. You hear me? And we about to go in. You know what I'm saying? This is my nigga's third show today. He going in. You hear me? And we going in over here as well every night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow night, me and my brother going in. You know what I'm talking about? Wednesday, we going in. Mr. O gonna come up. We're gonna chop it up about this Safety Act and the incoming purge. The purge is among us. The purge is upon us. The purge is upon us, y'all. It's here. Y'all think they've been showing us these movies for no reason, man? Y'all think these movies is just made for entertainment? No, they're desensitizing, preemptive programming, perceptually programming our psyches to experience the very societies and depictions of the images we are seeing in these movies. So just take that into consideration, y'all. With the Marvel movies and all these other movies they're bringing out. Y'all keep that in mind, man. Right? Thank y'all for coming out, man. Hit that like button on the way out, man. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe to the page on the way out. Y'all click on the bell. Go holler at my brother Red. Shantastic, what's up, girl? Coming in at the end of the show like that, girl. You know we about to get up out of here, man. Red about to go live. We got Shantastic Trill TV in the building. Y'all say what's up to Shantastic. I know you're going to be ready, Mr. O, man. Shantastic Trill TV, y'all open up a page right now and go subscribe to her page right now. That's my sis. She keeping her goddamn foot on these damn baby deleting people's ass. You hear me, man? Front line with it. You know what I'm talking about? Front line with it, Shantastic, man. When we gonna get together, Shantastic? I'm putting you on blast in front of everybody, Shan. When we gonna get together and do our show we supposed to be and did. You know what I'm saying? When we gonna get together and do that show we supposed to be and did, man. Right. So I'm gonna leave tonight with this song right here, man. This is Dreams. I just feel like with tonight, the information we heard tonight, I just think, you know what I'm saying, we need to listen. No matter of fact, we're going to listen to this song right here. We're going to listen to this, man, because a lot of y'all is fake woke out here. Y'all need to wake up. Fuck being woke. Y'all need to awaken. You know what I'm saying? Woke is the past tense of wake. Wake up, man. We out of here, y'all. Thanks for coming through. Hit that like button.
E&E.
Stacks with the facts.
What up, Stacks?
I got my man Glitch the Guarantee on the track with me.
Glitch the Guarantee.
Yeah. We bringing this message to you fake woke niggas.
Gotta wake these niggas up, man.
All y'all out there spreading them lies and falling victim to this propaganda.
Niggas believe in
Hey,
it.
Glitch. Let's talk to these niggas. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, wake 'em up. I'm the wake 'em up.
Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, wake 'em up. I'm the wake 'em up.
I gotta set the alarm, wake you up from the slumber. Floyd and Harry, fake woke niggas, y'all dumbass niggas. Drop dudes, but people don't pay any attention. Let's be immediately be the wake 'em up henchmen.
A lot of times these woke niggas be really sleep. Shit, the price on a nigga's life is extra real. Only the real for my niggas, we all only. We made a living eating these rappers, nigga. Bon appetit.
Yeah, pause. Me and my brethren be down for the cause. We gotta come together and tear down 40s, and illusory fault lines like racism, and bring light to the boat, just like a baptism.
The congregation spoke. These niggas ain't who they claim to be. A bunch of beat a pop off. Niggas really be lames to me. Anytime you at war, it's gonna be casualties. The more we come together, it's easy to beat the enemy.
Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up.
Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily, so I dance around them like my name was Alvin Ailey. Fake woke niggas be surrounding me daily.
Alarm clock, wake them up. Time to wake them up. Alarm clock to the woke. Time to wake them up. The main initiative should be to get your cake up. You wave riding niggas need life jackets to stay afloat. Meanwhile, I'm blowing on gas straight from the Ivory Coast.
And every post I be hitting y'all with them straight facts. The smart grid is now here. We gotta face that. While they coming with microchips and vaccinations, fake woke niggas perpetuating indoctrination.
Fuck this pandemic. This was a damn gimmick. Niggas will believe that they mom died if she still living. Open your eyes, nigga. You can see the lies, niggas. We gotta stop letting the blind lead the blind, nigga.
And that's the biggest fact, bitch. You better tell them niggas this Agenda 2030. It's gonna be hell, niggas. Fuck AOC and her new Green Deal. I'm Neo in this bitch. You want they red pill. Stacks with the facts. King L, the real contender. Been back in bad business since we was young, in high school, you know? That's a fact. The Hill L's.
East Coast sitting down, babe, all down, hey, I'm gonna pull up on you. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. West Coast vibes, baby, I'm so high. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Down south, be my team if you want roll with King. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. If you want to top in the old, let it ride. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you.
Pull up on the tip like I jack my slacks. King L, E, and your guy stats. We don't give a goddamn about your guy stats. To be honest, most of y'all girls got flat. Step your game up and roll with the winners. E and the estate meal. Fuck them little chicken dinners. You ain't never seen a clique of niggas this fly. Never. King of stacks, he's popping like a fish fry. Get a vibe, see we doing our West Coast shit. Call up the Cali Plug, copping West Coast shit. This is that Nipsey store, copping West Coast shit. All blued up like we really West Coast print. We do this shit with style. That's why the ladies love it. Be with their man straight too when we out in public. E&E, best flow. King L, stack with the facts and the let's go.
East Coast sitting down, babe, all down, hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. West Coast vibes, baby, I'm so high. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Down south, be my team if you want roll with King. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. If you want to top in the old, let it ride. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Hey, I'm about to now you up on top, about to smoke with the chief. If you know King, you about to roll up a leaf. Look, I don't really dance, but let that ass roll on the D so high. I wasn't on it, but you noticing me. Just like where I'm from, I got her screaming out, oh. I ain't paid for no entry, but she gave me a show. Pop bottles only if it be the Don or the Mo. Here for a couple hours, going counting my dough. Look, I don't really know why they envy me. Maybe cause the whole team MVP kept the gang genuine, I'm the same OG. Treat the flow like my shoes, keep the thing on me. Gang time, now it's mama mentality, up my salary. Wear the wrong colors in the wrong hood, in the casualty. Wear the Malibu, Santa Monica on the beach. Always gotta keep the 40 cal in my reach. East Coast sitting down, babe, all down, hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. West Coast vibes, baby, I'm so high. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Down south, be my team if you want roll with King. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. Hey, I'm about to pull up on you. If you want top in the
let it ride. I'm about to put them on you. Hey, real talk, you need the outlet stacks. If you roping out the way, he gon' give you some facts. All Brit narcissists call it equal to 6. E&E the cheat code, play the game with a glitch. Reverse the flow like a man Raven ever in this. John B the truth, that's some rhetoric shit. If you looking in the mirror, you should know this is. E&E the life, up the L, knocking the shit. 40 pounds on the shit, his name said what it is. Now I'm up and down, testing, he gave us a trip. G-Strong like the hero, grand stop. We got the soul, my G, we used to keep the beat on this shit. We looking down, we still looking down, we on this shit. My brother B, that's about the bus, name Dick.
Yeah. You know what comes a time in every man's life when we're ready to settle down and make things right. But only for that special one. We be trying to make her you. But y'all want to keep playing games with these lames. So make your next move your best move, because we the best dudes. Oh yeah, don't settle for less, babe.
I can love you better than you can imagine. Take it from the madness. Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. You wildin' out. Don't you settle for less.
What up, beauty queen? You know I really wanna invite you to my world and show you my unique persona. We can get together, steam it up like a sauna, take you on a natural high, no marijuana, just a bottle of wine, some ice chill prosecco. You coded on to that lame dude, you should let go. Knew you was gonna be mine from the very get-go. I'm trying to make you wifey because you special. You got the best flow, designer fresh clothes, make your own dough, own your home yo. Vehicle is fully paid for, and flame no self-me, you know the angles. Red bottom heels, 5 diamond encrusted mango. Singles, copping land, and counting bankrolls. Creating generational wealth, so our seeds grow. I know your needs though, and you know mine's the same. It's an honor and a privilege to give you my last name.
I can love you better than you can imagine. Take from madness. Girl, I don't know why you keep these lanes around. You falling out. Don't you settle for less.
Shopping sprees, you know that's mandatory. I'm trying to open your mind, peep the allegory. They say that love don't last, so let's change the story. I send my heart out to you, please come for me. Let's take control of our love. No conforming, late night love sessions lasting till the early morning. Cooking breakfast, but naked eggs, bacon and toast. Fried potatoes and onions, girl, I love you the most. When my body be aching, you rub the pain out. Roll up the Dutchess for me while I pour champagne out. I pour my heart and my soul, plus my pain out. You got a real one right here, so leave the lanes out.
Please stop with the game. The mother lanes missing your time, girl. Why they love me even in your phone? They always think it's hard. You should just fuck with me. So don't settle, don't settle, don't settle for love.
Stacks with the facts. Eat me. Real contender. RJ Adonis. Singing the hooks and the vibes. Yeah. To all my ladies. Don't let a wintertime hangout turn into a summertime bankout. You know what I mean? Each one is gonna be there for season, baby. Don't settle for less. Know your worth, baby.
I can love you better than you can imagine. take you from the back.
Know your self-worth.
Girl, I don't know why you keep these flames around. Yeah, Father, now, don't you settle for less.